your voice.
Let me click it one more time and see if that'll help. And if it doesn't,
and you're back.
Yeah, I'll just have to keep an eye on it and do that, I guess, throughout the session. All right, let's go ahead and get started. It is 11 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, so good morning, everybody, and welcome to Angelspeakers TV. I'm Terry Miller, and I have here with me Lisa Jo Davis. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. How are you? I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, I'm very happy to have you here, and I'm happy to be doing these podcasts. You know, I was inspired to do this, and it's thing that happened when Spirit told me to do Angelspeakers Radio. It's like, okay, set it up and then just see what happens. And there's been some amazing podcasts. So I'm really happy with the way things are going. The Friday Gratitude podcast is so good. You know, we're trying to make that more interactive and more fun. And we'll be doing that with this one as well. You know, as we get more into it, we'll have some little contests going on and things to get the viewers involved as well. So I'm looking forward to doing that with you.
Yay.
I won't have you sing, okay?
What was that?
I said I won't have you sing.
Oh, that's good. We don't want to get the viewers to leave. We want them to come.
Right. Yeah, that was my worry with doing the rap session the other day on Friday with Brandy, and I'm like, just get out of your comfort zone and do it, you know.
You guys, I was very impressed. I don't think I could come off the fly like that and just start rapping. I'm more of a poem person. So that's it's very interesting. I give you kudos for doing that, because I would not, that would be way out of my comfort zone. So I'm very proud of you and Brandy for doing that. So, and I did go and vote on Angelspeakers. So
thank you. We're encouraging people to do that. Yeah, it was way out of my comfort zone. I have never enjoyed rap music, and I've gotten a new feel for it now. I have some friends that actually are rap artists, and they do the spiritual music, you know. There's one in particular that I want to give a shout out to, and his name is Luke Brian Smith, and he is actually a member of Angelspeakers now. And Luke is a professional singer, and he does rap music, and he's done some recordings with Paul Santisi. Oh. And Paul has his music on his Mastermind radio show, and that's how I came to know Luke and became friends with him. And so when Brandy and I did the session the other day, I had to just let him know. I said, you got to listen and vote. Get that professional opinion, you know.
Did he give you any tips?
Oh, trust me, I'm not going to be recording any rap.
Not putting anyone out of business.
Yeah, that was my one and only.
Well, you know your calling.
Yeah, it's definitely not rap.
It's not rapping.
It's more meditation.
Right, but it's all. I'm very proud of you, because you did step out of your comfortable box, and at times people don't do that, and that can always hold somebody back from opening a brand new door, and you never know what's on the other side. So that's wonderful that you took that challenge with Brandy. Yeah. I'm proud of you guys. Yeah.
Thank you. It felt good, you know, to do something that I would never in my wildest dreams think I would ever do in front of people. You know? And so it really did feel good to be able to just do that and not worry about what anybody says or thinks or feels, you know, just to do it. And,
yes.
You know, I loved how the music flowed to me, the lyrics. Because, you know, we decided to do it, and individual of each other, we sat and wrote our own songs. So those lyrics were inspired and written the angels were helping. It's like, this is what you write, and then this is how you say it. So I had a lot of help along the way from the other side.
So is there an archangel that helps you with just singing?
I'm sure there is. What's the archangel?
It's for music, isn't
Creative.
my I know there is one, but we'll do that another day.
We will. We're going to have an angel trivia.
There you go. We can do that.
We'll have to figure out how we can get our viewers involved in doing the trivia questions. And
I want to say Gabriel, but I don't know if that would be the right one, because he does help with messages. And it's anyway, we'll do that, and we'll have to do the quiz and quiz each other and see if the other person can guess, as a suggestion that you were making earlier. So I'll have to get my book out and get in there and look there.
There's your kitty cat.
Is she behind me?
Yes, she wanted to come
she always hangs around. It's either you'll see her little head popping in and everything. So yeah, we found out Banjo is a he, not a he, but a she. And I'm like, well, I didn't know. I only looked once. So
Oh, that's funny.
it is funny. So she'll keep the name Banjo. It's too late in the game to change it. So
Right. I think I'm stuck again, so I'm just going to turn the camera on and off, and there I am. It's like magic.
I know it pops you in and out. So just for other people to know, you've been having a little bit of difficulties this morning, but you were able to get back in.
Yes.
You're freezing up, but that's okay. We can still hear your voice, and that's the most important thing.
And that's exactly what happened this morning. I had an interview with the Spiritual Voice, which will be coming out, he told me, probably the second week in January. And I kept freezing like that, so we decided just to do it, with just the audio from my end. Because I just relaxed and did the interview. But the interview is about time heals. And I'd like to just mention on this show as well, Time Heals. And Lisa, you're not only a facilitator for Time Heals, but you also train. You're a master trainer. So can you tell us a little bit about that and about what your experience has been?
Well, for those who don't know what TIME stands for, it's Theocentric Interactive Magnetic Energy. And it was inspired and gifted to Terry by the archangels and the healers and the ascended masters. And basically what it is just it's energy that flows through the healer or the facilitator, because we're like a vessel, and we guide that energy into different areas of the body and the chakra that we feel needs to be cleansed or unblocked. And I'm on my fourth person to train, so I'm very happy about that. And I just saw two reviews that I had this morning, and it just made me really smile to know that I really made a big difference. And well, not just me, but everybody, the backup crew there, made a big difference in people's lives, that they can actually feel it. And they're very surprised at how this works, because we can do this one-on-one, but we can also do this remotely. And that's the great thing about it, is you don't have to be in our presence in front of us to receive this healing. And that's really good, because the lady that I did, I'm here in California, and she was in Oklahoma or Kansas, one of the two. They're very close together. And she was just astounded of the ability to have that energy go over to her from so far away. And it is amazing, because the energy shows no boundaries of just being one-to-one. It can just go worldwide. And I love it. I love working with the energy. I love the feedback and seeing the difference that it makes in people's lives. And it's really changed my life a lot. And I love working with the energy and telling everybody about it. So I'm very happy.
Thank
So
you. Yes, and it's true. You don't have to be right there with the person. I've done it both ways, and it makes no difference if you're right there in the same room or if you're half a world away. You know, I've worked with people in different countries, and it really was just the same exactly. I felt their energy field. I was able to connect, get a very clear connection with them. And it's just a beautiful energy method. And it's interesting because I was talking with Paul this morning on the podcast, and I did a session for him, and we were talking about how strongly he felt the energy. And I've heard this from everyone that I have done a session for, is that it's not just like a subtle thing that happens. You really feel when we're working on your chakras and working in each of the energy fields and even clearing the aura, it really works very strongly. And it does make a difference. And like you said, Lisa, it's life-changing. It changed my life. And I've heard this from several people who have actually had the healing done. And I keep trying to turn my camera back on. There I am.
yeah, and it's really great because we also get messages, and we never know who's going to show up, because we work with so many different masters and, the healers and everything. And you never know who's going to pop in with you during the session. And it is very individualized because different masters or different angels will come forward for that person. And what the beautiful thing is, we also get messages for the clients, and they, even though they don't always make sense to us, it's like it hits home for them and they understand it 100%.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's times I receive some really strange words or images.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I have no idea what that means, but all of a sudden that person knows. They know what Spirit was trying to tell them, and that's the important thing. Like you said, it doesn't matter if we understand it or not, but they hear it and
Yes.
they understand.
Very true, very true. And that's all we can do is being in the position that we are in is to, whether it makes sense to us, is to give that person that direct message and try to not change the wording, because when you do, then it does seem to, well, I've learned it kind of causes confusion, but if you give the message exactly how you hear it and that you're being guided to tell them, then it makes 100% sense to them. So it's a wonderful new modality, and I am training someone actually in Ireland, and I've trained someone in the US and also in Canada. So it's just spreading, like you said, all around the world.
Yeah, it really is. And that was the message that I got. I was told probably about 6 months before the message was channeled to me. I was told that I was going to be a healer and that it was going to go worldwide. And I'm like, yeah, okay. That type of reaction, because I wasn't trained in any healing method. I was familiar with Reiki. I had been introduced to Reiki about 30 years ago, but never. Whoops.
I'll be right back. I got to push this up. Go ahead and talk.
I never really resonated with Reiki as much as I do with this healing modality. And they are different. And that was one of the questions that came up this morning on the podcast was, how is this similar, different from energy healing methods? And it is different. but it is still an energy modality. We're working with your energy fields and your chakras. We don't have symbols. We do have attunements. You receive an attunement when you go through the training. There's an attunement with each training session. And that's an interesting thing that happens as well. When they send the attunements through, I always describe it as like an ocean wave.
Yes.
Because it's that strong and that powerful, and just really feel it throughout your whole body when that attunement goes through.
It's true, because when I'm, training others and stuff, I can actually feel the energy as I'm giving them the attunement. I can actually feel it coming through me, and I will tell them, "Oh, here it comes," and they're like, "Oh, I feel it." And I can tell them, "Well, it feels like waves," or "Now I feel like it's pulsing," because I do feel like it's different energy for every person. But it's amazing how the other person that is receiving this training will feel that. It's just more of a confirmation and verification that that it works, and that the other person can actually be attuned even remotely. And I am so happy that we don't have to learn a lot of symbols, because I might get confused on that one.
Yeah, me too. Keep freezing here. I'm just going to turn my video off. Yeah, it's like we need, as humans, we need sometimes that confirmation, that affirmation that, something's really working. So, so when the other person feels it, that feels what you're doing, that's like a confirmation on both ends, that, yeah, we actually did have an exchange there, between us of the energy. So, yeah, if you're interested in time heals, you can contact Lisa or myself, and we will tell you more about it and see if maybe you want to sign up for a session or to be trained in it even. It's a wonderful thing to get the training. If you are a practitioner already and you want to add this to your toolbox of things to use, then just let us know. So, Lisa, what I would like to do is just a short meditation for our viewers, and then we can talk about a couple of these wonderful angels that will visit during the meditation.
That's wonderful. I have my candle lit and I've saged, so I'm ready on my side.
All right. So, turn my music up just a little bit, and let's go ahead and start taking a couple of breaths in. So when you breathe in, just envision the word peace and all that goes with that calmness. That's that flow with your breath, and fill your lungs with it. And when you exhale that breath out, breathe that peace into the whole atmosphere. Just travel up from you. And your next breath in, very deeply, breathe down into your abdomen. Breathe in love. Get that feeling of what it feels like to be loved, to give love. Just let it flow through you. And then when you breathe it out, breathe that love out into the world. The world could certainly use more positive, loving, peaceful energy. And I want you to continue to breathe. Breathe in deeply. Feel your body start to relax, and then exhale. And keep focusing on your breath. And I want you to envision that you're in a comfy cabin. There's a fireplace going. You're just sitting there in front of this fire. And you see off to your left by the window, there's a Christmas tree that's twinkling with the lights. Star on top. You smell that wonderful aroma of the fresh pine. And you get up off the couch and walk over to the tree. And you thank that tree for all the energy that's coming from it. And as you look down underneath, you see presents there. And one has your name on it. So I want you to pick up your present and walk back to the couch and sit with it. There's a red bow on your present, so just start to unwrap. Open the bow, open the present, and just sit for a moment with your present. What's in your box? What was brought to you that's just for you? When you glance up again, you see a beautiful angel standing there. And this angel has a message for you because this is our messenger angel, Gabriel. And he wants to talk to you about what was in your box, what your gift was. So just take a moment and listen to what he has to say and ask him any questions you want to ask. Now that you have your answers from Gabriel, he motions that it's time for you to go ahead and leave the cabin. You can take your gift with you, put it back in the box, and bring it along with you. And as you get to the door, you notice that there was an angel standing there the whole time, holding that sacred space for you and protecting you. This is Archangel Michael. So you thank both of these angels, Michael and Gabriel, for being there for you today. And as you open the door and you see the brightness of the sky, and walk down the steps into the green grass, feel that grass underneath your feet. And with each step that you take, you're more aware of your body and more aware of the feelings in your feet, in your legs as you move. Let your breathing come back to normal again. And your awareness come back to where you are. And that you're right here with us, listening to the sound of our voice. And thank you for participating in this meditation. I'd really like to hear back from you as far as your experience. What was your gift, if you want to share? What messages did you get? Were there messages to give to others, to spread out to the world? Because that's what Gabriel is all about, is sharing the light of love with everyone. So Lisa, I'm interested in what your experience was with that meditation.
Well, inside of my box was a sparkly red rose. It was like a red rose and it had glitter all over it. And it reminds me of Mother Mary, but I also felt Archangel Jophiel there. So that was kind of like they came in together and very beautiful. I love it. And as I took the rose out and held it in my hand, I just felt a lot of divine energy, which when I think of a rose, I also connect it with Mother Mary as well. And that's, I felt like that was my present, is to know that she's also around me as well.
Yes, she is. I can feel her energy there with you. Yes, beautiful.
She is. I feel very honored when she comes forward. and works with me. I don't work with her. Well, I guess I do work with her. I said that backwards. So I feel very honored that to even be in the presence of her. So
Yes.
and then and it kind of connects with Archangel Gabriel as well, giving the message, and it being December. And, she received the message that she was going to be having a child. And, this child was going to make a big difference in the world. And Jesus did, or Yeshua, he's known with different names. So it was a very nice blessing. And I felt very peaceful as you were going through that. And I love the image of the tree and the presents underneath, because they give us presents, and all we have to do is say, okay, I'm ready, I'll take it. And it happens. They just give it to you, and they're just like a whisper away. That's some of the best presents you can ever have all year round.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Yes. Gabriel, the presence of Gabriel, I feel so warm when Gabriel comes around. And it's just such a loving energy. It's just, you feel like you're getting a big hug anytime Gabriel comes close by. And I always know when his presence is there, and I always hear a message when he comes by. It's like, that's not his whole purpose in being there. I mean, they're here for us whenever, we ask them to be. But anytime that gets in, a wonderful message that I get from Gabriel. And Michael, Michael is our protector angel, and he's the one that stood and held the sacred space and helped us to just not worry about anything, at this time while we were sitting there in that room, just being. We don't have to worry about the outside coming in or being interrupted. It's just something that Michael does. He's our protector in all areas. And I think it's wonderful that we can call on him. Anytime that I'm going to get in my car to get on the road, definitely I ask Michael to protect me. Especially right now with the craziness of people out there, doing their Christmas shopping or partying or whatever they're doing.
Well, it's good because that's what I do with Archangel Michael as well. But what I do is when I'm traveling for a long distance, I will ask him to bless the cars in front of us, behind us, the left and right of us, above us and below us. And I say, may we all go to and from all of our destinations safely, because I don't want any cars crashing in front of me and, causing me to be late somewhere, and I don't want them hurt. But it seems to make the travel a lot easier when you have him around, and you do feel that sacred bond and protection that he allows us to have. And all we have to do is just ask him. It's as simple as that, is just to ask him to be there with us. And
all you have to do is say, Archangel Michael, be with me now, or I need you now, ever how you want to word it. And it's immediate. That's what I love about Lisa Jo.
And the other thing is, even if you forget, the main thing is to know, if you don't know the proper name, you can say, I need the Archangel of Protection, and he'll be right there. So don't worry about not having the correct name or not being able to pronounce it. All you have to do is say, I need the Archangel of Protection or the Archangel of Healing. And that appropriate Archangel will be there for you. That's the beauty of everything.
Yeah, it really is. They're so beautiful. That's one reason why I want to do this particular podcast, to get people more familiar with our wonderful angels and just get closer to them. Because the more aware you are of their existence and that you can call on them. And like you said, Lisa Jo, you don't have to know a name. You don't have to know anything, just that they're there for you. And we'll hopefully be teaching you more about some of these wonderful entities and how you can You can use them in your life. You know, like you mentioned, Joe Field, she's the angel of beauty. And not just beauty in the world, but beauty inside of us. That's what I love about Joe Field, is that she helps us to recognize that we are beautiful. And just very powerful angel in that aspect.
She is. She is. Yeah, if you're not feeling really good about yourself, she's a perfect angel to call in to raise those vibrations, and she'll help you actually look into your life and find the beauty, you know, help you see it. She sees all the beauty, but sometimes I think our eyes get a little clouded and we have all these other images that we compare ourselves to. And we're all beautiful. It doesn't matter whether you're a size 0 or a size, 24, you're still beautiful. And having her around you helps you find the little spots in you that you may not feel very beautiful, but she will come back and help you feel beautiful about yourself and your home. She's very good about helping you clear out old energy of your home.
Absolutely. Yeah, to declutter. And I'm going to have to call her in today. I've been working on some of my crafts, you know, my dream catchers especially, and I kind of spread things out when I do that. So she needs to come help me put it back together.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'll definitely be calling on her after this broadcast is over. But Lisa Jo, I just want to thank you so much for being here with me today. Our time is coming to an end here on the show. And I want to invite any of our listeners, if you want to ask Lisa or myself more questions about the angels, please get in touch with us. You can reach both of us through the website, angelspeakers.com. We both have a link on there, and you can click that and go right to us. Or you can go on Angel Speakers group on Facebook, or Lisa's group, which is hosting the Archangels, and reach either of us through there, as well as if you have questions about time heals, which we discussed a little bit earlier. So we really hope that you all will reach out to us. Let us know that you're enjoying these podcasts, that you're getting something out of it, and spread the word out there, you know, to others that might benefit from learning about our beautiful angels. So Lisa, any closing words?
I welcome everyone to come to the Hosting the Archangels group. We're having a group hosting December 22nd through the 27th. And it's a great way to kind of honor Christmas time and welcome the angels into your home for 5 days and nights and have them there, especially during the holiday season. It makes things a lot easier. And I do feel like you would get a lot of blessings out of it as well. And as Terry said, it's on Facebook. It's a closed group called Hosting the Archangels. And thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome. And if you would like to give them the contact information for your website as well, because Lisa does so much stuff. You're a certified fairy card reader, and you read angel cards and do time heals.
Yes.
You know, so much that you do. So please give them the link to your website as well.
The website, and as well as on Facebook, you can find it either way. It's called healinglightwithlisajo.com. And yes, that's I do channel the angels, and I do the time heals. That I love that. That's my whole life, I think now. I love what I do. I love my path. So I thank you for this opportunity, Terry.
You're so welcome, honey. I love you. I just feel so close to you. We have from the very first time we spoke, and I just enjoy being on this journey with you. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a blessed day.
You too, Terry.
And to all of our listeners, I send you blessings of love and light, and may the angels be with you this day. And anytime that you need any of them, just call on them. I love you, and we will talk soon. Bye. Bye now.
Bye.